What is going on, everybody? Jamie Shaw here on the Absolute Basketball Experience. And today's guest, we have top 2023 basketball prospect Elijah Fisher joining us on the show today. We get to talk to him about his path. We get to talk to him about being on varsity since the 7th grade, being one of the top-ranked players in the country, like I guess in high school basketball. We talk about perceptions of Canadian basketball players and what type of path he's looking to forge moving forward. Very excited for you guys to get to see and hear from Elijah. Very well-spoken young man, unbelievable basketball player and all that kind of stuff too. Before we get into it, we ask that you please go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Go ahead and click the like button on this video, give it the thumbs up. And in the comments below, we want to hear from you who your favorite Canadian-born basketball player is. There's been a ton that have come through all the way from Andrew Wiggins to Tristan Thompson to Corey Joseph, RJ Barrett. The list goes on and on and on. We want to hear from you, your favorite Canadian-born basketball player, in the comment section below after you subscribe, after you like this video. And if you enjoy what Elijah has to say, please feel free to share this across your platforms as well. But without further ado, here is Elijah Fisher on the Absolute Basketball Experience with Jamie Shaw. What is going on, everybody? Jamie Shaw here on the Absolute Basketball Experience. I am joined today by top 2023 prospect Elijah Fisher. Elijah, how are things going?
Things are going all right. Could be better. How you doing?
Good, man. Good. Trying to figure out this whole quarantine thing and you know, schedule and get on a schedule and all that kind of stuff. Have you been able to work out at all during this quarantine?
Yeah, I've been able to get into gyms and then just work out, get some sit-ups and some push-ups and
yeah, just kind of doing what you can, right?
Yeah.
So jumping right into it and everything, doing some research on you and all, I read an article from Slam Magazine. They stated that there was a great story in there about how you were displeased with a performance that you had, and you wrote in your phone message to yourself, "You suck." And it popped up and all that kind of stuff. What's the story kind of behind that message you wrote to yourself?
Well, the story behind that was we're playing against Team CP3, and then we lost in the semifinals, and then I just wrote to myself that I suck because I felt like I could have added more to the team to win.
And how was that a motivating factor for you? Like, how did you feed off of that to go out and hone your craft?
That was a big motivating factor because that reminded me the state of mind I was in after I lost the game. Cause I was very upset. I felt like if I was better, I could have done more for my team to go to the finals and win the championship back to back.
So you played varsity at Crestwood since the 7th grade. Taking yourself back to that time frame, what was it like for you stepping on the floor in a varsity game as a 7th grader?
Well, stepping on the floor, it felt very different. It felt like I was in a different atmosphere instead of playing my age. I felt like I was playing against bigger and stronger and better players. So I felt like it just made me better as a player.
So now, you know, you're heading into your 10th grade year. You're still young by most standards, but this is going to be your 4th year on varsity. How has your role kind of changed, you know, to modern day, and what's the team expecting of you now in your role?
Well, my role has made a big drastic change because it went from me starting in 7th grade to then 8th grade coming off the bench, and then me as a freshman, I went from starting again, and then I was able to play my game. But coming to this season, I feel like it's more of a game changer for me because now I'm more of a captain that they look up to because I've been through the system longer.
Yeah, absolutely. And kind of a little background of you, but your mom, your dad, your uncles all played basketball and everything. What's it like coming from a basketball family?
It's very fun and competitive coming from a basketball family because we're always having fun, competing outside the front yard, so having fun.
So, and how's that pushed you? You know, they've been through it before. They've played the game. How has that pushed you to kind of reach new heights?
It pushed me to reach new heights because I just want to do better than what they have done and just make them proud.
And your work ethic. Obviously, you have a notorious work ethic. There's stories of your 5 a.m. workouts and always in the gym and all that kind of stuff. How does your family help kind of push you or drive that mentality, like you said, to be great?
Well, they pushed me to drive better and be great by inspiring me, showing me videos, and just keep me going and going.
So Canadian basketball has made a huge push toward the NBA now. 33 players have been drafted, 2 number one overall picks. And in 2019, there are 6 Canadian-born players that were drafted. The Toronto Raptors won the NBA championship and all that kind of stuff. What is the atmosphere of basketball like right now in Canada?
The atmosphere has changed a lot from hockey to now to basketball. Everyone's trying to play basketball now, trying to make their dreams come true.
And how important is it to you you've kind of been handed that torch to carry the torch as the next in line coming from Canada. How important is that to you to kind of be that pallbearer for the for the game of basketball?
From them giving me the torch, I feel like it's gonna be a great experience for me because I'm just be able to pass it down to the younger kids that are after me and show them what right way to go through and what way not to.
So kind of like you, RJ Barrett had a lot of hype surrounding him early, and he went through and grew his game and became the number 3 pick overall in an NBA draft. I know that you guys have a relationship and all that kind of stuff. What's that relationship like with you and him?
It's like a big brother type of relationship. He's like a big brother to me, and whenever I see him, we talk, and like he just shows me things from the game that I could change about my game, and like what I should add.
And what type of advice does he give you about going through this process, going through all of the media hype and all the people surrounding you and all that kind of stuff? What type of advice has he given you about going through the process and staying the course?
He's giving me the advice just to have fun because I'm having fun. I'm doing everything at my best.
So do you feel any pressure at all? Do you feel any pressure at all?
To be honest, I don't really feel it as pressure. I feel like as a next challenge for me to go take on.
And with all kind of the notoriety you always have reporters, you have scouts, you have video type and all that stuff. Do you ever go back through and kind of read the stuff that people are saying?
I don't really try to read what people are really saying because then whatever comes positive comes negative. So I don't really try to read it.
I got you. And what would you say some of the biggest misconceptions are that American people might have about Canadian basketball?
Is that we're soft and that we're all not able to. Hello?
Yeah.
Well, something more that I've felt and that I've seen is that they all think that we're soft, that we're all not good, that we're not able to make it to that next level, that we're all able to make it to a certain level, but that next level we won't be able to stand our chance over there.
So looking kind of at your game specifically, positionally, how would you classify yourself?
Positionally, I'm a type of player that can produce for the team, scoring, pass, and defense wherever they need.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of like a player that can do it all. If you need me to guard the 5, I'll go guard the 5. If you need to go guard the point guard, I'll go guard the point guard. If you need me to go score 40, I'll go score 40. If you need 20 assists, I'll give you 20 assists.
Absolutely, yeah. Versatility is kind of one of the things that really pops with your size and all that kind of stuff. What would you say your best attributes are as a player?
As a player, I would say my best attribute is my talking, my communication on the court, and then my scoring ability.
So looking ahead at the next level, obviously everybody's goal is the NBA and stuff. What players do you watch? Do you try to take notes from and take parts of their games from? What players do you watch?
Players I've watched and I try to take notes from are players like Kevin Durant, Paul George, LeBron, Kawhi, and Harden.
So with the current landscape of basketball has kind of changed a little bit with players finding success overseas, the new G League thing. There's going to be talk about you as you go through going pro straight out of high school and stuff, but you've said publicly that you still want to go to college and all that kind of stuff. Do you still want college coaches to recruit you and come after you and still kind of go through that process?
Yes, I would love for all the college coaches to still recruit me and things because I feel like it's a big part of me, so I can go out and go get an education just in case if basketball doesn't work. I have a plan B.
Yeah, and knowing the history of kind of Crestwood School, it's a very academically based school, and only recently has kind of basketball popped onto the page. What is it kind of that drew you to Crestwood, and then how is it that y'all are putting Crestwood on the map as a basketball school now?
What really drew me to Crestwood was the academic standpoint, how 99.9 of the students graduate off to university. So that really attracted me because I knew I'd be getting the best education in Canada. And then for the basketball standpoint, the way we've been putting Crestwood on the map is by winning games. We just came off winning MPA and awesome things and more tournaments.
And then looking forward kind of the next year, what does the landscape of the team look like? Obviously, they're going to have you, but who are some other players to watch out for, and how good can this team be?
In my eyes, I feel like this team could be really good, very dangerous. We have a player named Ramad Dean, 6'7". He rebounds like crazy. He's able to score the ball at will. And then other players that are coming through that are around 6'10", 6'11".
So y'all spend a lot of time, obviously, outside of the conference, traveling to the United States to play in some huge events and all that kind of stuff. How important is it to be seen also in the United States for Canadian basketball players?
I feel like it's a big statement for all of us to be seen. So we get the matchup against all the top players that ESPN rankings or other recruits and scouts say that are top players. Mm-hmm. So we can show our talent against them.
So you bring that up there, a good point there. You know, other recruits, top players, you're obviously rated as one of the top players in your class. And I'm not going to ask you if you think you are or anything like that. But what I want to ask is, what are some other players in the 2023 class that you've seen whose game that you like and that you appreciate?
Games I've seen that I've liked is the players like Aiden Holloway, Rayvon, and like Mikey and them, the way that they play the game.
Mm-hmm. And being that you've accomplished so much already, a championship last year, your ranking, your offers and everything like that, what are your goals for next year, both personally and as a team?
Personally, as a team, our goals is to win OSBA, this league that we're in, and then to be able to just bond more as a team and come a brotherhood outside of the game.
So I guess kind of wrapping things up here, all that, is there anything that you want to leave these people with, the Elijah Fisher fans or any college coaches that are watching or anything like that? Any message or statement that you want to leave everybody with?
Any message I like to leave them with is just to keep praying throughout this rough time in quarantine, and just hopefully everything gets back to how it normally is.
Elijah, it was awesome. Thank you so much for taking a few minutes out. I can't wait to see what the future has for you. It's already been great so far, and I can't wait to see what the hard work continues to bring you.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Stay safe, and we'll see you later.
Will do.